Good morning, I'm Javier.
And I'm Gretchen.
And this is Good Mornings with Sleepwell. I think it's our sixth episode now. Yay, we're almost to 10.
Getting there, getting closer.
Getting closer. Yep. So today is a Wednesday morning, and we're looking out, and it's going to be a nice, balmy, what's the word I'm looking for? Hot, 97 degrees. Yay.
Dry and hot.
And the nights are getting warmer, so we've got some pertinent information for everyone as far as sleeping during the hot months or whatnot, and we're going to be talking about that. But first I want to talk about what we just came from. We just came from Lubbock. You want to tell them what we did over there?
We attended a awesome furniture adventure, if I could just wrap it up that direction, with Nunco. And it was quite a experience for us to actually be able to learn about furniture. Prior to going to Vegas, we've always had that anticipatory, like, who do we need to go see? Who do we need to line up to talk to? What is it we're looking for? What lines offer, the best? And our circumstances to learning about furniture had to do with our Carlsbad store, being that it's a full-fledged furniture store. So it's a new realm for us, and it was a very nice experience. Everyone there was very nice, a lot of information, very informative, and it allowed us to actually see differences in products, which was a big thing. See the new things that are coming out. As well as, pricing things out to see where our budgets need to be and what we need to actually start targeting when we head towards Vegas.
And Vegas is, about a month and a half away, so that one can be overwhelming because the Vegas market is huge, so we're really looking forward to that. We're going to see a lot of different things coming in the next couple of weeks from this show. And then we'll be seeing quite a few things coming after the Vegas show. Another exciting thing that we've got going on is decor started rolling in. Miss Gretchen's been busy finding us some vendors. You want to tell everybody about that? That's pretty exciting.
We've been kind of touching base with, the new modern looks that are out there. Modern, I think, is going to be the hardest one for me, but the easiest one for Javier. So it kind of creates a nice balance because I really like farmhouse, rustic, anything that looks distressed, and he really likes clean lines, simple, more of a office streamline feel. So between the two of us, I think we're going to figure this stuff out. But we do have stuff from farmhouse decor already ordered, which we can utilize in modern farmhouse, and also the boho look, which is another one I'm dabbling with because I love color. And I love patterns, so I think that's going to be another one. Oh yeah, behind us, that's our pillow wall. So if you're looking to do a decorative pillow, this is my way of hanging a somewhat art display, but it's an attention grabber. When people come in, they see this wall right off, and when they're here at the desk with us when we're finalizing their orders, they see them again. So.
And she just ordered more pillows as well. So we're really starting to roll into the whole decor and bedding part and furniture part. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what she comes up with. She's been busy on top of all this. Well, actually, we've both been busy. On top of all this, expanding the bedding departments for both stores. Bedding is a hot growth item. We're seeing a lot of people coming in here asking for duvet covers, asking for sheets, asking for just different cool stuff. And we were doing some exciting stuff in Carlsbad. Do you want to tell them about that?
Well,
it's always her telling you because she says it more eloquently than I do.
I don't know about that, but being in the sheet world, we do have a new sheet line that we're excited about that we're going to be launching in Carlsbad. Yesterday we were down there and we started making the preparations to the new shelves and situating the ideas of how we're going to set up our designs and our comforters, duvets, and everything in there. So we've got our blueprints all drawn up. Now it's a matter of getting stuff started to put together. But for us, it's a matter of creating decor in the sheets as well.
Yep.
Instead of having beautiful, just bold colors, we wanted to accentuate with pattern as well. Whether it's an embossed stripes or some type of a floral pattern, anything out there that will give your sheets and your mattress a nice pop.
Just some more color, yeah. And by saying that we're expanding the bedding line, that's kind of an understatement. I think we're kind of quadrupling the size of what we're carrying as far as bedding. We still have the great Maloof products. We're adding some other products to the lines. You're going to see a large assortment of duvet covers. You're going to see comforters. We've carried small, limited amounts of comforters. Now we're carrying a whole bunch of different ones. You're going to start seeing some designer pieces as well. We do have a couple of companies that we're going to be using for higher end product there. And then in the Alamo store, you'll be seeing these as well. So pay attention to both stores. If you're in the Alamogordo community, come on by and have a look at what we've got here. If you're in the Carlsbad community, please come on by and see what we've got there. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
And with that said, I think there's going to be a day in which maybe in the next couple months that we're going to have to do our Good Morning with Sleepwell from our Carlsbad store so that we can actually show you footage of everything we're talking about. That way you can kind of grasp what we've been doing. Yep,
yeah, definitely. We need to start doing some in the Carlsbad area. I would love to do one outside in Carlsbad. They got so many pretty places over there. It's kind of cool, especially in the front, wherever the farmer's market is. I love that area.
Right.
Yep. So our topic today, we have had several customers come in over the past month or so talking to us about having a hard time sleeping during the heat. We've had a whole lot of comments of what can I do to stop losing sleep because it gets so hot in my bed. It's holding so much heat. It's not allowing me to sleep through the night. And we've done a lot of research on heat and sleep. And especially with one of our vendors, I mean, they gave us a lot of really good science information. Thank you, Technogel, for that. One of the things that we found out is the human body needs to lose 2 degrees in order to fall asleep.
Yes.
So that is of major importance there. And then the other thing is a lot of beds that, a lot of mattresses that people are sleeping in are actually holding heat. Do you want to tell them a little bit about that?
Well, I know it's been a huge issue with memory foam in particular. Memory foam, if you want to go back even to the days when Tempur-Pedic first came out, that was probably the number one thing people were stating was it's hot. And when you lay on a surface that's a slightly cooler surface than you and your body temperature is warmer, it creates a nice balance. But as soon as the surface you are laying on starts to heat up to your body temperature, it almost feels like it's putting off heat, and then your body puts off more heat, and then the bed gets hotter and puts off more heat. So it's like you're trying to combat something that you can't, because you need to actually have something under you that's cooler,
right,
or helps to regulate your body temperature on that sleep surface. Otherwise, you can't get cool, period.
Right.
You're going to feel hot, you're going to create sweat to try to cool off, and then it just becomes a nasty situation for sleep.
So the whole point is for heat to be drawn away from the body. And we have there's a lot of manufacturers out there with materials that they say work, and they say are guaranteed to do this or whatnot. And so we've been researching, because what happened, we started looking for materials and found that the materials that we were telling customers at first were not materials that were scientifically proven to do this. For instance, a lower level memory foam mattress that says it's got gel foam in it, a lot of times that gel foam isn't real stuff. It's not real material that will carry the heat away from you. It will help keep you cooler than regular visco would, but it is not a material that is shown to draw heat away from you. And that's what we're looking for. What we did was we kicked off a program called Cool Sleep Certified by Sleepwell. And this program is basically, we are researching every manufacturer that we deal with and others that we haven't dealt with yet. And we're looking for at least 2 materials in mattresses that we can cool sleep certify. 2 materials that are known to draw heat and wick sweat away from people. And we found some really good stuff.
Yeah, we actually found more than just a couple materials. Our goal was to find at least 2. And I believe finding more actually gives us better options. And finding a cool sleep surface that is affordable is another thing.
Yeah.
We don't want the circumstance to be a big hype in trying to find another way to raise prices. Instead, we're trying to find a great price for a bed that works for you.
Yeah, and that there, trust me, there is a balancing scale on that. There's a lot of science behind these products, so as you know, research and development isn't cheap. So that's really what we're looking at as well.
Right. You know, I'm sure most of the mattress industry is already familiar with the word omniphase. That was an important word for us when we went to Vegas last year, because that's when we were exposed to an awesome pillow called Carbon Cool when we went into Maloof. And for us to learn about omniphase was just awe-inspiring. An actual material that doesn't just create a cool surface, but actually draws heat away from you. When you're sleeping hot, whether it's hormonal for men or women, because yes, men and their testosterone do cause stuff, just like women when they're going through their phases in life for menopause. And then you also have situations where if you're an athlete, your body tends to burn fat whenever you are sleeping, and therefore can create a hotter body temperature. You also run into people that are just naturally warm. They're warmer than normal, just like you have some people that are sitting there cold all the time. So having all these situations whenever you're trying to sleep all create issues. So it's not always going to be just the mattress material that causes your body to get hot.
Right, right. And omniphase, what it does is it draws heat away from you. It's like this scientific coating that comes on either a bed or a pillow or even the tensile covers on the mattress. What it does is it pulls the heat away from you, stops it from staying next to your skin and just pulls it away. So at times, I know the Maloof product is saying that when it hits 92 degrees, it actually draws the heat away from you, bringing you down to what, 82 or something like that?
It's between 87 and 92 degrees.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, there is a quick disclaimer on a whole lot of these cool sleep products, okay? What happens, I don't want you to think that your whole bed's going to be ice cold or whatnot. What it is these materials are designed to keep the mattress at room temperature, not allow it to get hotter as your body lays on it, and not designed to keep it at a 60 degrees or whatnot, that you're hoping to be laying on. These beds, these mattresses are designed to stay at room temperature. I know we've had some people that have said that, well, it doesn't feel cool in my house. Well, what temperature is your bedroom? Well, I don't turn on the air conditioner until I get home at 8. And it's like, well, if your house is set at a 90 degrees during the day, your bedroom is going to be room temperature of 90 degrees. So until the whole house is cooled down and the bed starts to take on that temperature, that's when you start seeing some cooling properties of the bed. But I guarantee you that you will not be sorry to find the right product that's going to help draw the heat away from you. Do you want to tell them a little bit more about some other products, some other materials that are heat?
Sure. Now with Carbon Cool, I will say it does have two different distinct things that help work with drawing heat. One is the omniphase, which is temperature regulating, which helps draw the heat from you. And then on the bottom of the pillow is graphite, which helps diffuse the heat away from you. So you have one that draws heat from you, you have one that dispels it away. So working together, whenever you lay on a Carbon Cool pillow, you're actually laying on a cooling system. So that one does work as two combinations meant to cool you. Okay, my best way of testing this for myself was to sit one of these mattresses up into the upright position, like if you were watching TV, and I laid a Carbon Cool pillow behind my back vertically and laid against it, and I could just literally feel within 5 minutes my back was cold. And for me, I get cold easily, so to somebody else that might have been like, oh, it's just refreshing. But for me, after 5 minutes, I was fine, and I got off the pillow and was like, okay, this is amazing. Especially in a hot situation. I keep looking up here because we have it up on our shelf. But for us being in the desert especially, having something that you can come home to that is actually going to help cool you down, that is a material that does work.
Now, she keeps saying pillow, but there is a whole entire mattress of this stuff. So
Yes.
if you can imagine a pillow that cooled her off that quickly, you can, just imagine the effects of an entire mattress that'll keep you cool like that. That one we are carrying. We are also carrying latex mattresses. Latex is a great material. Latex does not heat up. It is very... it's non-conducive to heat, and it is also really great and being ventilated, so the air flows quite easily through Talalay latex. There are holes in the mattress, like every 4 inches there's a hole that goes through the mattress, so that way the air goes through. Latex is a wonderful material that is very much a Cool Sleep certified material. Tencel, which is a very how do you say it? A very wicking material. It's a very good material for airflow. I know you've talked about it before. You're kind of the Tencel expert. What's this stuff made of?
Well, when I researched Tencel, my number one thing is, okay, so obviously it's a very breathable material, so it's got to have something to do with, obviously, the fibers, and number two, the way it's put together. And those are the two things that I focus on whenever I speak of Tencel. Tencel is actually made from eucalyptus wood cellulose. The natural fibers in it are amazing. The quality of it is amazing. It provides a silkier surface, so it doesn't have more of the fuzziness that cotton does. It's more of a silky feel. Instead of having a cross weave that most materials are put together to create your sheets, this one is actually made with a loop system. So if you want to compare numbers by thread count, the thread count of a Tencel sheet averages around 300. So you can know it's a very open, porous material that they utilize to create a breathable surface. So when you're laying on a Tencel sheet, you're going to feel a silkier surface because it is more porous. It absorbs those colors. So all the Tencel sheets that we get from Maloof have been very bold colors. They're beautiful. It holds the color well, doesn't fade out over time, has a nice little shine to it, and being that it's a 300 thread count, the breathable reaction that you have when you lay with the sheet is almost as if nothing's on you, but it is.
It's very light, very light.
It's extremely light, and even the fitted sheet they make to be looser than a standard, let's say, bamboo or microfiber sheet, and that's for the reason that you're supposed to have airflow on all sides of you.
Right.
So your contact to your mattress or to your sheet is going to be very breathable. It's also moisture wicking, so it will absorb if you sleep hot in your room. Let's say it's a hot night, you've just laid in bed, you're sweating, you lay on the mattress, and the last thing you want to do is lay in a wet sheet, okay? The Tencel material actually absorbs the the sweat into the Tencel material, and it's moisture wicking just like a workout shirt would be, so it doesn't get hot, it doesn't get wet, it doesn't create a smell, an odor. So all the benefactors to having Tencel is very, very nice.
Now, the Tencel is used in sheets, but it's also used on the covers of the beds as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great wicking material, very good for dissipating heat. Very, very good at dissipating anything. I mean, it's really a wonder material. It really is.
And because of that, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but because of that, you want to also encourage your customers to know about that, because if they're going to purchase a mattress that has a cooling benefactor in it, they really need to use a material that breathes. So Tencel is the best thing you can do as far as mattress protectors. It's available in Tencel. Same thing with your sheets. That way they can get the best benefits from laying on a cooler surface.
Mm-hmm. So that is the basis behind our Cool Sleep Certified. I know you'll be seeing the logo a lot. We have a lot of marketing materials that we're going to be rolling out with it. You'll see it just about anywhere. You know, you pick up your phone, you go to a movie theater, you'll see it. We're all over. So please come into the store and check out these mattresses. I know just in the past couple of days since we rolled out Cool Sleep Certification, we've had at least, I think it was 3 people so far that have really taken advantage of the research that we've done. Please know that we're trying to do this so that way we can make it easier on you, the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to take away the guesswork. I think there's a lot of confusion as to what's real, what's not. We're here to help. And just remember, when you sleep well,
You live well.
have a great day.
Bye-bye.